wonder what the reasoning is here, but maybe we'll get an answer to this with this way EG start out their laning. This is very interesting. They're starting out an offensive tri-lane with Io, Witch Doctor, plus the Luna. This is a very strong tri-lane, and that's where Witch Doctor can shine. He's very, very good in tri-lanes. He has good attack damage. The cask is, you know, more likely to be impactful the more heroes are in the lane that it can bounce to. Maledict does a lot more when you have 3 heroes in the lane, because then you have more damage to ramp up. I kind of like the idea of that. And they're going to leave Nightfall in a 1v2 against Monkey Control. He's not going to be having a good time whatsoever as a result of that.
Definitely a rough game for him. And, I mean, he's had a rough time being on EG in general. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he obviously can't get a visa to get into the US, as Jerax is going to get taken out. So that's first blood the way of Saberlight, as TSM on the board officially.
Yeah, so they didn't really play their tri-lane like a tri-lane in that instance, right? They basically isolated a 2v2 out in the jungle with Io plus Witch Doctor against Viper Bane. You don't win that. You just don't win it. So a bit of a blunder from EG. What they did accomplish was to get Arteezy the first wave for free, or the second wave, but at the cost of a first blood going the way of the Viper.
Up top, trying to take out Saberlight yet again. And it's looking like it might be successful, but Moonmeander has made his way down here. He's going to focus on Jerax for now, but Saberlight's going to go down first, so it still ends up being a 1-for-1 in favor of EG. You can see Crit kind of separating here from Arteezy, but looks like we'll get out just fine.
Look at the CS. I don't know. This is interesting. One offlaner has 8 CS, the other has 1. Minute 4, 1 CS in your own safe lane. Yeah, that is a rare sight. Saberlight is... We were talking about Legion getting shut down. The Viper has no creeps to his name, but has 2 kills, so still can afford the Urn of Shadows. And
he's level 2, by the way, versus the level 4 Nightfall and LC. So as bad as Nightfall's lane has been, that is so weird. That's quite the trade of sorts, I suppose.
Yep, the 4 Monkey King has more CS than the 3 Viper minute 5. He's 3 and 5 on MK.
He probably just got those by accident too.
Yeah.
Yep. Ryle getting some company here from the rest of his TSM brothers. And yeah, this is, as the panel was discussing, the first official match under the TSM org for the former Undying squad. And this, I think, is their first proper boot camp as well, including TI, if I'm not mistaken, is Nightfall. They've had like some hybrid type boot camp.
I do think they boot camp for TI.
It was community funded. It wasn't like, it's not like this legit, right?
No, for sure not. So you saw the interview room that Moonmeander used. I think their previous boot camp didn't have an interview room.
No, it was probably a bathroom or something. Multi-purpose.
That's very good.
Very efficient.
Good acoustics in there for the interview.
Yes.
Very good audio quality.
Radiant's bottom
so knock it till you tried it, Cinderin. So Timado has his Perseverance, so is going for the Battle Fury, as you talked about. It feels like it's a choice between that or Maelstrom a lot of times in his top lane. Initiation, Viper Strike applied, and that is going to be enough to take out RT.
So he could smoke screen people, death ward them from Invis. It was fucking broken.
We have a coil. This is actually in the game, so we can talk about that a little bit more relevant here. There's the death ward. Cinderin just called it the worst ultimate in the game, but EG finds good use of it. Now Crit gets applied with the Viper Strike. Looks like he'll end up dropping here. No, actually relocates to safety. And Jerax still inside that Wukong's command, but it's just a support Monkey King. Abed, spaceships a right click, but will live through the day. Gets the kill. In the meantime, gets off the illusory orb as well, and is still being healed thanks to... Why are we looking at their faces? There's still action on this game, for God's sake. All right, it's over. We can look at the faces again.
Yeah, so not a good fight there for Undying. You do wish that it was TSM FTX playing that one, but they do end up losing that 1-2. Honestly, you know what? Witch Doctor actually did quite a bit of work there. The Voodoo Restoration, I think, helped keep Io, or rather the Puck, alive, and the Death Ward and Cask did have pretty meaningful impact there. Jerax will be in trouble here. I mean, I'm just a hater, right? Like, who am I to question what these guys pick? But I will question it. So
I won't. I think it's great. They're 1-0 with Witch Doctor.
That was definitely pick. He will not. He will run out to
jump in. There's the duel to start things off. Not a lot of damage follow-up. Not going to get the duel victory, but we'll get the kill shortly after instead. And that's going to be a buyback now onto Dubu. We have the Eclipse come out from RTZ with the BKB activated. He's actually using it just to run away. Looks like Jerax is going to be the sacrificial lamb here. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 with the buyback for TSM and EG.
You're not behind some other carry that you fare better against later on. As long as he has the equal items, he can itemize specifically to just ruin your game.
His ability.
So it is concerning for EG, and I think the solution for them is possibly going to be coming from Abed. Oh, nice Orchid.
Yep, has the Yules, gets initiated though on top of it, and finally gets the Yules off. Alright, has potential to get out, but no, Brain Set will finish him off. I think, am I mistaken, he had it the whole time? I think he was just waiting to use the Troll Warlord, Mr. Timado.
He's carrying up Basher. I thought maybe he was going to go Scotty here.
Yeah.
A lot of value against Luna. You just get in one and stay on top.
Try to go. They have the silence onto Crit as well. BKB popped by Arteezy, but it's not going to matter. This is going to be two very high-value kills. Beautiful Orchid usage from Bryle as well to prevent any relocate shenanigans. And TSM just continuing to... I mean, keep in mind, when they played last in the tiebreakers for the DPC, it was a 2-0 for TSM, or Undying at the time, and it was not really close. The games were not super close.
Actually, they're kind of pulling off a tricore here, right? Viper is going damage items out, aside from the urn, going Dragonlance, Sanjin Yasha. You have the Storms.
Oh, we have the duel come out, but not a whole lot of damage to follow up. In fact, the duel victory might go the way of TSM. Timado ends up crushing everybody in his wake, pops that ult at the last moment, focusing on Arteezy, but range form is not going to get it done. Looks like Arteezy should be able to get out, along with the rest of his teammates. TSM, they lose the Monkey King, but that is just a support. A tier 2 tower will fall as a result now. Oh, that's actually a really good death ward from Jerax, but he's going to be stuck all by his lonesome. Bryle completely out of mana, but they're going to be able to clean up Arteezy, and this is looking big time in favor of TSM. They do lose the Storm Spirit, though. As Saberlight
queuing up both.
He has the pseudo BKB.
Yeah, with the shard.
The shard, kind of.
Okay, Saberlight.
EG trying to force TSM out. They're going to have to coil a support Bane. And it's going to be a struggle to even get that one. And there's the zip in from Bryle. They're going to focus on the Leech Commander to start things out. They'll find him. Fly back onto the Bane, who just fell as well. I can't speak English right now, so it's just so exciting. He falls all over the place. Jerax gets up a nice catch, but to get brought down by Timado.
And Timado does have that Scotty. He changed away from that Basher, and you just saw it there. Yeah, that items do for you. And I like it. I don't think he needs BKB here at all. I think you just tank up. Timado has his BKB to ensure that he can stick on target. Viper's goal is to get targeted and not die, but tank as much as possible. And if you don't go on him, he's a carry, right? Pretty tricky. Abed. Scotty.
He used a lot of his utility, and that's going to mean a death for Abed. Nice rotation from TSM, kind of setting that trap to some degree. Didn't even notice they have a double Orchid, by the way. So Orchid on the support Moon Meander Monkey King.
He also has Halberd, like
with Halberd on top.
He's more farmed than the Leech.
There's no way Timado gets the shard, right? We've seen this before. I would love to see it again.
Give the shard to Viper, in my opinion.
Yeah, Viper's is pretty god tier.
Yes, starting it up on Troll. He's gonna...
Hell yeah! Second time we see it.
I guess Rampage for his teammates is really good, right?
More status is yeah,
more attack speed.
At bottom lane, we have some action. Arteezy takes a bit of damage. There's the grip from Dubu. He's gonna get dueled, so that's a cancellation now. Focusing on Saberlight, but Ryle has come to play as well, and Arteezy completely deleted from the map. Still the Aegis to work with. Jerax.
So it's definitely a big help for his allies, and then he just activates it in melee form, and as soon as, like, if they're ahead and they're trying to fight, he can go range form and get them. It's kind of awkward, but...
The thing that's weird is I feel like it should be applied during the ult. It's actually a lower cooldown ult than Rampage itself. Very strange.
It's definitely a shard that could get a buff.
Yep, the jump in here, and this is looking like the beginning of the end of game number 1 of this best of 3. Wow. Barely gets the duel victory on a Bane.
With help.
Yeah, with help. True. Oh, all right, Jared. Oh, Timado. He ulted, or was that a Rampage? They have the exact same sound cue.
Yeah, that should probably be changed too. That was Rampage.
I think my guess is they add these things and they don't bother with the new sound because they don't give them the attack speed when they're in range form. So that's nice. EG trying to posture on the other side here, but Saberlight, I should say Nightfall, is going to get caught out, and BKB from Brown not even needed, but regardless, EG at the disadvantage again. So that's 2 set of racks now in TSM's favor. Jerax caught off guard.
Why do I?
EG. I mean, I guess they're still holding. I mean,
almost just over there, right? But he did go for the Basher first and then into Swift Blink. And either order is obviously completely fine.
They passed right by each other there.
Yep.
Oh, all right. They find the storm, but not able to get anything off there. And it looks like poor Abed gets dropped to his knees, but does have buybacks. Limb. So a lot of time for...
Based on this single game, there is a difference in quality between these two teams, but I also do want to see a different strategy from EG.
Yeah, Timado wants to continue to chase as Jerax is going to get picked off by Bryle, who's trying to focus on Io instead. Bane's going to be killed, but it's a one-for-one support for support. Timado just ripping through Arteezy. Not even close. Crit is next, and GG's called. So game one goes to TSM FTX, Cinderin. Don't know why I keep saying dot. This makes it easier to say, maybe.
Thrilled with the victory. All right, dude was smile with this one.
He's
that'll
a
do.
little bit more happy. Yeah. But
That'll do.
game one in